Screen share பண்ணிக்கிறேன். வீடியோ அனுப்புங்க ஸ்கிரீன் ஆமா. வேற ஏதாவது எக்ஸ்ட்ரா லேப்டாப் இருந்தா லேப்டாப் வச்சு இத அதுல மாட்டணுமா? ஆமா ஆமா பண்ணி வைக்கணும். அந்த டேபிள் இருக்குல்லடா கரெக்ட்டா வர மாட்டேங்குது. அதான்டா இப்போ இங்க வச்சா வருதா? டேபிள்ல வச்சு எங்க எங்க வச்சா வருதுன்னு சொல்லுங்க. சென்டர் நீ இப்ப போய் பாரு. பாரு.
Oh, what a tender, compassionate friend. He met the need of my heart. Shadows dispelling with joy, I am telling. He made all the darkness depart. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. When at the cross my Savior made me whole, my sins were washed away, and my night was turned to day. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. Born of the Spirit with life from above, into God's family divine. Justified fully through Calvary's love, oh, what a standing is mine! And the transaction so quickly was made, when as a sinner I came. Took up the offer of grace he did proffer, he saved me, oh, praise his dear name. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. When at the cross my Savior made me whole, my sins were washed away, and the night was turned to day. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. நீராலும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடைந்த கீழொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டத்தில் எக்கலமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனன் திருநாடும் தக்க சில பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகம் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியத்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்தது. Formally welcome the gathering and set the tone for the international conclave, I now invite Ms. Mary Deepa, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science and Technology, to deliver the welcome address. Good morning, esteemed Principal Ma'am, distinguished delegates, faculty members, and my dear students. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all to the International Conclave on Connecting Human, Machine, and Multisensory World, Mind Meets Machine, ICMM 26. This conclave is a celebration of ideas where human creativity meets technological brilliance and where multisensory experiences open new horizons of innovation. We are privileged to have with us today our esteemed Chief Guest, Mrs. M. Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj, Mayor, Kanchipuram City Municipal Corporation, who will be joining us shortly. We eagerly look forward to her gracious presence and valuable address later in the program. I also extend heartfelt gratitude to our Principal Ma'am, Dr. Lillian Jasper, whose encouragement and unwavering support have been instrumental in bringing this conclave to life. Ma'am, your commitment to fostering academic excellence and global dialogue has made this gathering possible. To the organizing committee, I offer my heartfelt appreciation. Your meticulous planning, dedication, and hard work have transformed this vision into reality. To our students, the torchbearers of tomorrow, I extend a special welcome. Your curiosity, creativity, and enthusiasm are the driving forces behind the future of human-machine synergy. May this conclave ignite your imagination and inspire you to push beyond conventional boundaries. A very special welcome goes to our distinguished resource persons who are joining us virtually from the United States. Mr. Infant Deepak Irdeyaraj, Senior Manager, Sony Corporation of America, and Dr. Mayanka Chandrasekhar, Research Scientist, Advanced Computing and Health Sciences, Oak Ridge National Laboratory, Tennessee, who is a proud alumna of the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Your presence exemplifies the spirit of this conclave, connecting minds across continents. We eagerly look forward to your insights and perspectives. As we begin, let us remember that ICMM 26 is not just about machines and sensors. It is about connecting minds, sharing knowledge, and shaping a future where humans and machines work in harmony. On behalf of the organizing team, I warmly welcome you all. Let us embark on this journey together, where the mind truly leads machines. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your warm and insightful welcome. We are honored to receive words of encouragement and guidance from our respected principal, a leader that inspires excellence. I now invite Dr. Lillian I. Jasper, Principal and Secretary, Women's Christian College, to deliver the felicitation address.
Good morning. Happy to hear that energetic good morning early in the morning. And I'm sure that you're all looking forward to this international conclave on connecting human, machine, and multi-sensory world. So every day, I think humans are connecting to machines and the multi-sensory world. Do you agree? Yeah, all of us use our exactly. And this phone can do a lot of things. And we know that it titillates our senses in so many ways. It's nice to look at. I mean, the things that are there. Good to hear the music there, right? And then it keeps our fingers also busy so that we don't do anything else. So what happens is that every day we are connecting these. I mean, human beings are connecting to machine. And today you're going to listen to a lot of talks on innovation showcase of how to go about using this in a sensible manner. I'm sure that you're going to have a lovely time, and I hope that there's a lot of ethical issues that are going to be spoken about because today that's the whole problem. I mean, it's not like people have not been associating with machines for ages. We've been doing that, different types of machines. But today, with the internet and AI and all the gadgets that come along with it, I think the ethical values is what is missing. So I hope that you will also bring that dimension into your discussions so that it becomes a valuable recourse. I'm sure that the engineering colleges are giving a lot of inputs to help students think in terms of how to effectively use AI and so on. But in WCC, our motto is light utilizing. So it's not just using it effectively, but also using it ethically and sensibly. And I'm sure that this conference is going to make you all into very powerful leaders because you're going to go out with not just knowledge, but also with ethos. And that is very, very important in today's world. And people are looking, I mean, it might look like, people want shortcuts and so on, but people are looking for ethical people, for people who have values, who have humaneness and so on. And I'm sure you are going to exemplify that in whatever you do. And today's conference is something which I think all the computer science departments have joined together to do it. And I would like to congratulate Dr. Narmada, Ms. Mary Ivy Deepa, Dr. Christy Pushpalila, and all other departments which are part of this. And I would also like to congratulate all those beautiful women dressed in yellow today who are sitting here. And being part of this conference. I think Dr. Esther Hannah, Ms. Eben, Ms. Sylvia Mercy, I think all of you are also part of this. So thank you for joining in and putting together this show of strength. I think we need to come together as the departments that share similar ethos and so on. I would also like to congratulate the heads who, in spite of all their other work, because for everything we catch them, whether it's UMIS or various other factors that we need help for, we ask computer science departments to help us. In spite of all of that, they have industrialized this conference, and I'm sure it's going to become something which is going to leave a mark in your lives. See, many times when you sit for conferences, you imagine, oh, another change from our routine and so on and so forth. But many times, some idea, some spark of knowledge that you get in this can help you with your careers. That would be something which will inspire you to do something big. Sometimes you're sitting there half asleep. I know it because I know that my shift, two students especially, start only by 12 o'clock, but today they've been forced to come here early in the morning. And even then, okay, many things go into your system, even when you are in this half sleeping mood, and it will help you to grow as a person, to grow as scientists or I don't know, computer specialists and so on. And I'm sure that you are going to benefit from this. And again, I'd like to congratulate the departments for organizing this. And I'm sure that all those people who are joining from abroad, Mr. Ensign D. Fakirudhiraj, Senior Manager of Sony, and Dr. Mayanka Chandrasekhar, our own alumna, research scientists in advanced computing in health sciences, all of them are also going to have a good time interacting with all of you. So wishing you all the very best and hope that it is not just something which is interesting, but also something which will be useful all your lives. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your inspiring words and constant support and focusing on the ethical values while we use the machines. To provide an overview of the theme, objective, and flow of the International Conclave, I now invite Dr. Glory Vijay Selvi, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Technology, Dean of Academic Affairs Shift 2, to elaborate on the dynamics of the conclave.
A very warm good morning to everyone here today. I'm delighted to present an overview of the conclave dynamics. The 2 days international conclave on connecting human, machine, and multisensory world, mind meets mission, is designed as an academic platform that brings together researchers, academicians, industry experts, and students to explore the evolving interface between human cognition, intelligent machines, and multisensory technologies. The program will feature keynote addresses by international experts, including alumni, focusing on emerging trends in artificial intelligence, human-machine interaction, and immersive multisensory systems. These sessions aim to provide conceptual clarity and global perspectives on how technology is reshaping human perception. Technical sessions, workshops, panel discussion, and poster presentation will focus on ethical, psychological, social, and technological implications of mind-machine convergence. Experts will deliberate on real-world applications, challenges, and future directions, fostering interdisciplinary thinking and collaborative learning. Poster presentation and workshop offering participants opportunities to share research insights, innovative ideas, and best practices. These sessions aim to encourage collaborative research, innovation, and knowledge transfer. Overall, the program dynamics are designed to promote technical depth, research excellence, and innovation, equipping participants with advanced understanding of the future landscape of human-machine integration within multisensory environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for outlining the vision and scope of the conclave. Our first online keynote address is to begin. An international conclave is enriched by global perspectives and industry insights. I now invite Dr. Christy Pushpalila, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Technology, to introduce our first keynote speaker. I kindly request the dignitaries to please take the seats. I'm sorry. Light has always been a symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. As we embark on the motto, light it to lighten, I kindly request our dignitaries on the dais to come forward for lighting of the good light.
Infant Deepak Kirdiaraj is a seasoned cybersecurity leader with over a decade of experience in information security, incident response, and digital forensics across global enterprise environments. He currently serves as Senior Manager Incident Response at Sony Corporation of America, when he leads distributed teams responsible for detecting, managing, and responding to high-impact cyber incidents across network, endpoint, cloud, and hybrid infrastructures. His work focuses on strengthening organizational resilience through effective incident response strategy, security automation, and continuous operational improvements. Over the course of his career, he has held key security roles at Sony Electronics, Induke, and Symantec, acting as incident commander for critical global incidents and contributing as a subject matter expert in digital forensics, malware analysis, and insider threat investigation. His experience spans security operation transformation, incident simulation, executing reporting, and cross-functional coordination with the engineering and legal leadership teams. He holds a Master of Technology in Information Security and Computer Forensics and possesses an extensive portfolio of professional certifications, including CASSP and multiple GIAC certifications in incident handling, forensics, reverse engineering, and security operations leadership. His professional interests center on trust, resilience, and decision integrity in modern AI-driven and human-machine computing environments. We are very happy to have you with us, sir. Over to Mr. Deepak.
Am I audible? Audio output. So am I audible to you?
I hope you can see my screen.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I would like to sincerely thank the organizing committee of ICMMM 26 for inviting me to be part of this conclave. It's a pleasure to be here and to interact with such an enthusiastic group of students, researchers, and faculty. Now, let's get started. As you can see in my screen, a thinking robot, and that's usually what comes to our mind when we say mission, a smart, futuristic robot. But here is the interesting part. When we talk about missions today, we are not really talking about robots. In this connected world, we interact with missions constantly. The principal madam mentioned, phones, applications, a lot of applications we interact with, recommendation systems used by the social media, navigation apps, and chatbots. Often without realizing it, we have been using it on a day-to-day basis. Let me ask you a simple question. How many of you unlocked your phone today using Face ID or a fingerprint? Certainly everyone would have done. At that moment, you did not unlock your phone. Basically, a machine made a decision. It decided whether you were trusted or not. Every day, machines decide what we see, what we hear, what we believe, and sometimes what actions we take. So the real question today is not, can machines think? The real question is, can we trust the decisions they make? That's what I want to explore with you today from a cybersecurity and incident response perspective, at the point where human and minds meet machine intelligence. Let's take a step back. Early computers were very simple. They just followed clear rules. If this happened, do that, or do this. But modern AI systems are very different. They learn from data, recognize patterns, make predictions, and increasingly make decisions. Think about chatbot answering questions, recommendation systems suggesting content, and as I mentioned earlier, in social media platforms and other areas. Face recognition identifying people, autonomous features in vehicles. And I can keep on telling a lot of examples. But somewhere along the way, we stopped using machines only as tools and started trusting them with judgment. And once we delegate judgment, trust becomes critical. When I talk about trust, I don't mean blind trust. Blind trust means like, oh, I blindly trusted that system or like that. I'm not saying that. In cybersecurity, we talk about operational trust. Operational trust means the system behaves reliably. The data it uses is genuine, not a biased data. I mean, its behavior is predictable under normal conditions, and failures can be detected and controlled. In cybersecurity, trust is never assumed. It is continuously verified. And this is where things get interesting, because AI systems don't fail like traditional softwares. Now let's look at what happens when AI-driven decisions go wrong in real systems. Typically, we see three kinds of impacts. First, systems sometimes make decisions based on incorrect or misleading data. We call it as data bias. Second, AI system can be confidently wrong, giving outputs that look correct but are not. And third, when something goes wrong, failures scale faster than human can react because machines operate at mission speed. Let me share two real-world examples that illustrate this. In a recent incident, an AI chatbot platform exposed large amount of internal data because of misconfigured backend database, and it left accessible. This database contained chat histories and operational information that should never have been publicly reachable. In this incident, there was no sophisticated attacks involved. The systems simply lack proper safeguard and monitoring. From a cyber security perspective, this becomes a data breach, even though the AI system itself continued functioning normally. Users interacted with the system would not immediately know anything was wrong. This shows how systems can appear healthy while trust is already broken underneath. In another recent case, an airline deployed an AI chatbot to assist customers with policies and refunds. Basically, this is a chatbot used by the customers to query about their change fee or cancellation policies and so on. But this chatbot misunderstood refund policies and provided incorrect instructions to the customers. Eventually, the issue escalated legally, and the airline had to honor decisions made by the chatbot. Again, this system did not crash. It simply gave confident but incorrect answers, which resulted in financial and reputational impact. Just to understand both the incidents, they share something important. The systems appeared functioning normally, but the decisions being made could not be trusted. And when machines begin making decisions at a scale, a failure is no longer just a technical glitch. It becomes a security and operational incident. So this leads to the next question. If intelligent systems are making decisions for us, who ensures those decisions remain trustworthy? And this is exactly where cybersecurity enters the picture. In incident response, whenever something goes wrong, we ask three fundamental questions. What happened? How did it happen? Can it happen again? But when AI systems are involved, we must ask an additional question. Why did the system make the decision? And answering that question is often much complex and harder than analyzing traditional incidents. When I say traditional incidents, traditionally we, as a cybersecurity stream, focused on protecting systems from hackers, basically malwares, unauthorized access, and network attacks. But today, we must also protect the data feeding intelligent systems, the integrity of automated decisions, and the resilience of systems when failure occurs. Because if an intelligent system can be manipulated or misled into making wrong decisions, then even without a visible attacker, the outcome is still a security failure. As I conclude, I would like to leave you with a final thought. Many of you will soon become developers, engineers, or researchers building the next gen of intelligent systems. The application you create may guide vehicles, support healthcare, run businesses, or influence decisions people makes every day. And when mission begins making decisions that affect human lives, trust become essential. When I say trust, it is not something like added later as part of the development life cycle. It is designed from the beginning through the secure architecture, reliable data. When I say reliable data, that is the key thing, because as I said earlier, data bias can make a huge impact on the decisions made by the systems. Then continuous monitoring and responsible engineering choices. For those interested in this area, cybersecurity today offers many exciting career paths, from security operations, incident response to digital forensics, cloud security, where most of these AI models currently live in, ethical hacking, and a lot of emerging areas in AI security, like as I mentioned, from the designing to training the models and so on. So your role is not just to build intelligent systems, but to build systems people can safely rely on. As this conclave continues over the next 2 days, I hope all of you make the most of the sessions, discussions, and interactions ahead. Events like this gives you a great opportunity to explore ideas and discover new avenues and directions for your future. Let me leave you with one final thought. The future of trusted technology, when I say trusted, we need to build trust from the scratch, may soon be built by many of you sitting here today. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best. It's very late at here, so I'll be signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable industry expertise and global insights. The chief guest has arrived, so I kindly request you to please wait.
We have a TCS coming up now. Can we can resume the talk after like 5 minutes now? Is it okay for you?
That sounds okay. What time did you say it'll resume?
5 to 10 minutes now.
That sounds good. No worries. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
If I can request the students to please maintain silence.
Girls, please maintain silence.
May I kindly request our respected principal, Dr. Lilian I. Jasper, chief guest, Srimati Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj, Mayor Kanjipuram District, convener Ms. Mary I. Deepa, co-convener Dr. Raghunath, organizing secretary Dr. Glory Vijay Selvi, and Dr. Savitri to take their places on the dais. Please be seated. We are deeply honored to have with us an eminent leader and an administrator as our chief guest. Srimati M. Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj, Honorable Mayor, Kanjipuram City Municipal Corporation. I kindly request our principal ma'am to welcome Srimati Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj with a vote. Thank you, ma'am. Light has been a symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. As we embark on the motto, lighted to lighten, I kindly request our dignitaries on the dais to come forward to light the good to well. I kindly request the heads of the department, Dr. Skilvia ma'am, Shirley Vasanthi ma'am, Esther Hannah ma'am, to please join. Dr. Ms. Ebe, please join. I may now invite Dr. Narmada, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science, Shift 1, to kindly introduce the Chief Guest.
Good morning. It is an honor to welcome a leader who exemplifies how technology can be translated into intelligent, responsive, human-centric urban governance. Yes, Srimati M. Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj DB, MBA, Honorable Mayor of Conchipuram City Municipal Corporation. With a strong academic foundation in engineering and management and over 13 years of professional experience as a senior software engineer at Infosys. Srimati M. Mahalakshmi brings a technology-first mindset to public administration. Her transition from IT industry to municipal leadership reflects the growing need of AI-enabled governance, data-driven decision making, and smart city frameworks. As the first mayor of newly constituted Kanchipuram City Municipal Corporation, she leads 51-member municipal council and oversees key civic domains, including urban infrastructure, public health, city planning, revenue administration, and technology and computer. The governance approach emphasizes e-governance platform, digital service delivery integrated municipal databases, and citizen-centric smart solutions. In an era where cities are becoming living digital ecosystem, her leadership highlights how AI, automation, and connected system can enhance transparency, efficiency, and civic management while keeping human experience at the core of technological transformation. Her work stands out at the intersection of human intelligence, machine capability, and multisensory urban environments, making her presence especially relevant today on the conclave on connecting humans, machines, and multi-sensory world. Now, I request Dr. Shobha Leslie to felicitate our chief guest with a memento. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now invite Srimati M. Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj, Honorable Mayor, Kanchipuram City Municipal Corporation, to deliver the inaugural address. First of all, a very good morning to everyone on the dais, to the students, to all the teachers. A very good morning. So before I start my speech, I would like to quote a saying from a famous leader, uh, Peranjan Anna, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Today is his 57th death anniversary, so I would like to start my speech with his quote. A society cannot call itself progressive if its women are kept in chains of ignorance, fear, and inequality. Women are not born to serve in silence, they are born to think, to question, and to lead. Any nation that denies this truth walks backward, not forward. So today I am here from his hometown. So he was born in Kanchipuram, and I'm coming from his hometown. And Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has given me this opportunity to stand in front of everybody as a mayor of Kanchipuram Corporation, making his words come true. So before we get into this topic, into the topic of today's conclave, I would like to thank the institution for inviting me for such an event, and mainly to this women's college. So this Christian missionaries, usually they are taking the education to the next level And you guys are privileged to study in such college. And I myself completed my schooling in one of the Christian missionaries in St. Thomas Mount. St. Dominic's, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of that school. So I studied in St. Dominic's Anglo-Indian High Secondary School from St. Thomas Mount, and I also belong to that Christian missionary. So I know many students are trying to seek admission in this college, and you are one of them who got admission, and I think you are privileged to study here. So next, coming to the conclave. So humans actually developed from so many levels. So initially it was human against nature, where human evolved and won from there. And then next it is human against animals. So animals again we fought against them, and then we moved to the next level. Later it was human against human, where human fought against each other to expand their territories. And then human, it was like the survival of the fittest and the strongest person evolved. So next, right now we are in an era where we are fighting against machines. So every day we wake up, the first thing we search for is our mobiles. So mobiles, it is like a sixth finger to us. So our complete life is taken over by our mobile phones or laptops. So initially, when you see the invitation, you must have seen like a political person is a chief guest to this event. So you must be confused why a political person like me is invited to this event. And I think Professor Damoda has given an explanation for that. So I have a software experience of 14 years with Infosys. I completed my engineering. So I got placed through campus interview, and then it was like 14 years. So initially when I joined Infosys, I was trained in mainframe technology. I'm not sure how many of you know about mainframes. Nobody, right? Can someone lift their hand if they know about mainframes? Okay, so mainframes is a very old technology, but it is a robust technology. So it has like a COBOL, CICS, JCL, so many programming languages, and I don't want to go into it. So it is like earlier in books we used to study, right? So computers will be like very huge, will be the size of this room. Now it is like we just have it as a notebook. So that is how technology has evolved, and we reached where we are using laptops right now, tablets and everything. And AI, coming to AI, so before moving on to AI, so I would like to tell about mainframes, like how mainframes is robust. So last year, so I am as a mayor for the last 4 years, and last year I got a call from my managers. So manager, he called me, and generally hi, guys, everything, and then finally he asked me, so are you interested to come back to office? I said, what's the reason? So he told me like there is one application that which I was working for 5 years. So my initial 5 years, I was working in a project for 5 years, and he was telling like we are trying to migrate the application from mainframes to other technology, but we are not able to get the background of it. We are not able to get the structure of it. We need someone who has experience on it, and so that they will be able to help us in migrating. So that is how robust mainframe is. So but now it is like now I think Python is one of the leading technologies right now. So maintenance, you need a platform to work on it, but Python and or any other, it is all cloud based. So everything is in the cloud now. You can just it's all plug and play type of things. So that is how the system has evolved. So now coming back to our mobile phones. So it is all starting once you wake up in the morning, you just take your mobile phones, you start from face recognition, emails, social media, everything it is on mobiles, and the AI is currently ruling our world. So how many of you use Google search or Gemini or Siri here for anything and everything? Okay, so everybody, I mean, I use that. But my advice to everybody is start reading books, because once you read the book, you search for something. It is all in Tamil they use to say "நுனிப்புல் மேயறது" அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொல்லுவாங்க. So
So it is not just one liner that we see, but not in detail. So reading a textbook, a book on something, so that will give you a detailed knowledge, and that will help you to have it in your mind, and you will not forget that. So if you just Google or ask Siri something about, it will just give you just மேலோட்டமான ஒரு விஷயம் தான் இது கொடுக்குமே தாண்டி it will not give you details. So once you read a book, it will be in detail, and you will never forget it. So AI, I would like to say about few words about AI. So AI, you just picture it like a tree, where it never stops growing, and it will be helpful, beneficial to the society and environment. But once you stop maintaining it, what will happen is it will start giving harmful effects. So similarly, that is how AI is. So as long as you don't maintain it or you don't regulate it, it will be very difficult. So right now, the main impact that we are facing due to AI is data privacy. So anything, everything. So where does AI get the data from? So it is we who provide the data. So it is our data sets, database, and algorithms that we create. So everything is from what we give. So it is all our data is everything is shared in the cloud, and anyone can use it for any purpose. So that is where AI that is where the shortcomings of AI comes. So my advice to you all is use it wisely, and make best use of it and use it wisely. Next, coming to the government today, I would like to touch upon the government that we are having today. So today's government under Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, so they work towards the betterment of women and children. So starting from our morning meal scheme. So that is where the kids get healthy breakfast. And coming to students like you, so you students, if you have studied in government aided school or government school, you should be getting 1,000 rupees every month. And then you travel in bus, so that also you get you are able to travel. And then again, there are laptops that are being provided right now. So for all government colleges and government aided colleges, everybody gets it. And for private colleges, it's based on certain reservations. So it is like government is giving us so many schemes that is purely for the betterment of people and the betterment of women. So there is a saying which says, "Magalir Uyara Manilam Uyaram." When women empowers, the state prospers. So that is what is happening in Tamil Nadu, where it does not happen in any of the other states. So today we are in a compulsion where we have to interact with AI every day. So my sincere request to you guys is, let us not get converted into machines. So humanity is that matters most, and let us be good human beings, and let us not get converted into machines when in the process of interacting with the machines. And I see there are so many events that are being conducted, and so many workshops, and there are speakers who are planning to give you a presentation. So make the best use of it. And at last, I would like to say a Tirukural, Devatal Agadenu Muyarchitan, Devatal Kulitaram. So hard work and perseverance makes nothing impossible. So it is like you don't give up, keep trying, and give your best. So that is what I would like to say to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, for gracing the occasion and for your valuable inaugural address. We are indeed proud that you are from the computer science background. A conclave is where vision is shared, wisdom is exchanged, and progress begins. Our second online keynote is to begin. I kindly request the dignitaries on the dais to please take the seats allotted. For the introduction of the second keynote speaker, I invite Dr. Anita, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Technology.
Dr. Mayaka Chandrasekhar is a research scientist in biomedical natural language processing and AI at Computational Sciences and Engineering Division at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. In ORNL, she is working on natural language processing for Freeplex electronic health record under the Red Chain Affairs, MVP prostate cancer exemplar and vision, National Cancer Institute Department of Energy modeling outcomes using surveillance data and scalable artificial intelligence for cancer, and Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center Mental Health Trajectory Projects. She is building large language transformer model for predicting modeling as part of exascale computing project, Cancer Distributed Learning Environment. She received her PhD in transfer learning and domain adaptation in image and text dataset from the University of Missouri, Kansas City. She received Integrated Master of Science in Computer Science and Technology from Women's Christian College, Chennai. Thank you for joining us for today's session, ma'am. Over to Dr. Mayanka Chandrasekhar.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm sharing my. Can everybody see my screen? Okay. It takes it is very I'm very excited to present. It is actually very exciting to come back here and present in front of everybody and in front of all of my teachers, to come back and give a presentation. It's Thank you so much for the invitation. I want to talk about some of the topics what the people who've already presented before. So now we had the first keynote speaker talk about the need for um, different trust informations on the systems. The mayors just spoke about why we need to work on AI and the need for different interventions with the AI and how we develop with it. I have been working on biomedical applications for the last 7 years now. One of the biggest, hardest tasks as a computer scientist is how do you build with everybody, all of the experts disconnected from you? So we are building applications. We are having applications in everyday life. We have applications in our phones. We use AI day in and day out, or machine learning applications in day in and day out. How do we trust these things? How do we have experts involved as part of these development? So when we Google and find out that when we have an issue, say when we have a headache, when we Google and find out, and the Google tries to tell us that the headache is serious, how do we trust if Google is telling it right? How do we trust if ChatGPT is telling something is right? So when does it go from AI being just a machine to AI being something trustworthy from somebody who knows what they're talking about? That's where the expert in the loop comes in to picture. So some of the applications of machine learning in biomedical is like all around the place. So you have from the patient care. So when we go in and when we have when the doctor talks to us, have notes written about us, there is patient care information there. So when we are getting a notification saying that, oh, this particular medication has to be taken, there is AI methods involved there. When public information has to be disseminated to different locations, there is AI involved there. There is in education aspect. So one of the biggest application which has been demonstrated in recent times is when we had live presentation of active translations between different languages being presented in different education platforms. So then we have the research aspect, is that can we predict can we predict cancer before it actually occurs? Can we predict anxiety when we predict mental disorders by improving a mortality of a person who is suffering? So when we think about all of these applications, we are talking about just the data itself, right? So when we start thinking about like, okay, how do we understand the data? How do we involve a doctor in it? How do we involve a human person in it? How do we connect the human and the machine together to have a conversation? So a simple idea about a simple human in the loop concept, I'm not even talking about expert. Human in the loop is the interactions what we do with the machine. It could be as simple as us typing in a query in ChatGPT to get an answer, saying that, and talking back to it to get saying that I like this answer what you've given me, is an interaction and an immediate feedback we give back to the AI system to improve it. So this is act as a curation and interaction. It could be in different manners interpreted by the system itself. So the biggest difference between human in the loop and expert in the loop is that I, being a computer scientist, cannot give an answer about doctors it into the system. So I am a human in the loop. But when you have a doctor who is a domain expert giving us in feedback saying that, oh, this is a serious thing, you need to take care about it, that becomes an expert in the loop where we start giving importance to experts, what they're trying to inform us. So now we start thinking about saying that where does expert play a role? When we as computer scientists, we have the data, we are going to build an AI application, we start implementing it. There are different places where the expert plays into it. In terms of simple problem framing, is that we think about identifying a particular disease. Let's just say that I am very interested in identifying somebody if they're going to have anxiety or not. What if it's not even an important problem? What if it's already solved in the like, clinical world, that you give a simple medication? So let's go even more simpler. As somebody is having a headache, we know that giving a simple paracetamol solves the issue. So why unnecessarily invest so much money into bringing a system where you do not even need it? That an expert comes in. There is different aspects on if a patient is has an issue, is having a problem, how do we identify all of the labels and the feedback loop, and as well as in terms of how do we deploy it in a manner where we have ethical involvement in terms of uh, uh, deploying a particular AI model into back into the system. So I wanted to talk about two quick things which I have been involved in developing as part of biomedical applications, and that's where some of these interest on how do we involve comes into picture. So this is a paper we had published last year. This we've built a large language model on pathology reports. These are a simple pathology reports coming across from multiple states in US. The idea is to create a structured database where you are able to we are able to figure out cancer incidence rate. So in a particular region, say one of the states, there is a sudden increase in lung cancer. As a nation, needs to be a statistic saying that there is a sudden increase in lung cancer in this particular region. So maybe we need to understand the pollution aspects about it, the environmental factors. Maybe a sudden factory is being developed in that particular state. Governance issue comes into picture. So there is a needs to be a loop from where diseases are happening and to get convert into structured database to report as statistics. So AI comes into the picture here as these things were initially scanned by experts manually. So we had 2-year delays in going from one single report to a structured data. So if there is a sudden issue, an increase in lung cancer, it takes 2 years time to actually become a statistic for governance to act upon and go back in. So we introduced this model where you're able to automate the system. Here, the expert in the loop is the labels what they've provided as the previous years of somewhere around 2 million labels which were labeled across 10 years becomes the essential structured data where expert information is provided to the system to understand and develop on it. So the second use case I want to talk about is where we have notes from different clinics and everything, different clinics. So where we want to identify is in an pediatric population, we want to identify anxiety. So how do we identify anxiety? Because they are not going to see a mental health professional at all. So the first thing is that if a child is having a separation anxiety, if child is crying unconsolably, the first person you're going to take is to a pediatrician who is not a mental health expert. How do they know in their notes to identify if this particular child is going to be developing an anxiety disorder? So we collect information on labels on what terminology are the experts going to use to describe a child who is having anxiety. So these terminologies we use to identify in everybody else's notes. So a pediatrician takes a note saying that this is how they're uncontrollably crying, they cannot be taken away from the parent, and all of these terms gets highlighted. So an AI system suggests the pediatrician saying that this child may have anxiety disorder and may be at risk of developing an anxiety disorder. So we intervene by giving information from the expert back to the expert by saying that flagging a particular patient who might need intervention in an early stage, so they do not end up developing more issues. So these are two different cases where labels have been handled in two different manners. One is when we already have solid information coming from all the way 10 years. Another one is a conversation with an expert trying to get information on how do you identify a disease and incorporate into the system while you're developing a model for them itself. So it is expert in a loop in different manners. There are many other ways where you can have expert in the loop. So I want to as I'm coming close to the conclusion, so I want to bring in some of the ethical aspects of using AI in health. So we cannot have AI take over. We cannot have AI doctors without governance sitting us and giving us prescriptions. That is not a world we want to live in. So we want to have transparency. We want to have experts involved where we trust an AI system when it says that this information is being provided to you. So we need to have it inclusiveness so that it's not concentrating on one particular population, and we need to make sure it's safe and it is not and there is an accountability aspect. So this was an published guidelines by World Health Organization in 2024 on how do we involve AI for health overall. So, and this is a picture from Stanford on other manner where experts can get involved in the healthcare field. So, the closing thoughts, what I have for you all to take as you go through this particular conclave in terms of mind and machine is expert in the loop is a systemic system design. So when we start thinking about as developers and computer scientists, in when we are thinking about solving a problem, we need to think about how do we involve a person in. It could be an expert as a doctor, any experts in the room who need to be part of the question, part of the design aspect on why do we need it, how do we build an application with it, and them involved hand in hand. So to build high impact AI models, we need to have human and machine learning co-evolve and understand each other. Only then we can build a system which is more coherent to each other. So that's my closing thought, and thank you so much for this opportunity to come back and talk.
Thank you, Dr. Malika Chandrasekhar, for your enlightening and research-driven keynote address on biomedical applications. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. I now invite Dr. Joelyn Amanda, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Technology, to propose the vote of thanks.
Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his mercy endures forever. Psalm 1071. Good morning, everyone. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the inaugural session of this international conclave. First and foremost, we thank God Almighty for His grace and guidance in enabling us to begin this international conclave successfully. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the Chief Guest, Tirumati M. Mahalakshmi Yuvaraj, Honorable Mayor, Kanchipuram City Municipal Corporation, being present with us today. Your inspiring presence, valuable insights, and guidance have truly set the tone for this conclave and enriched the inaugural session. We also extend our sincere appreciation to our two distinguished online speakers, Mr. Infant Deepak Irudeyaraj, Senior Manager, Sony Corporation of America, Virginia, USA, and Dr. Mayanka Chandrasekhar, Research Scientist, Advanced Computing in Health Sciences, Oak Ridge National Laboratory, Tennessee, USA, who is a proud alumna of MSc CST Department, for joining us virtually and enriching this inaugural session with their global perspectives. I express my sincere gratitude to our respected Principal Ma'am for her constant support, encouragement, and leadership. My sincere thanks to the convener, co-convener, organizing secretaries, and all committee members for their dedicated efforts and coordination. I also thank all the participants, especially our dear students, for your enthusiastic presence and participation. As we proceed with the remaining sessions, I would like to leave you with this thought. செவிக்கு உணவில்லாத போதே சிறிது வயிற்றுக்கும் ஈனப்படும். May this Tirukkural encourage us to listen attentively and gainfully from the sessions ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Jalil. With gratitude in our hearts, let us raise to sing the alma mater.
Far across the ocean, thy daughter's voices rise in praise to thee. Our college men, our faithful alma mater, oh, may we love thee more from year to year. God be with thee, our college, God protect thee. This light shine on thee, this our fervent prayer. Beneath thy trees and columns all majestic, wisdom and knowledge thou dost give to all. Leaving the portals we go forth desiring, light unto light, and bravely on we go. God be with thee, our college, God protect thee. His light shine through thee now and evermore.
Thank you all for being a part of the inaugural session of the International Conclave. We wish you an enriching and fruitful academic experience throughout the two-day conclave. Thank you. Participants can now leave for a tea break and join after 15 minutes.